What's going on today, my people? I hope you guys are doing great today. Of course, we all know, unfortunately, yesterday, cornerback Trayvon Diggs, all-pro corner, Pro Bowl corner, Trayvon Diggs goes down yesterday in practice in one-on-ones with a knee injury, which turned out and was confirmed by NFL insider Jordan Schultz that it was a torn ACL. So the Dallas Cowboys, of course, it looks a little bit more gloomy than we will say it looked about a week ago after the win against the New York Jets. But we have to move on because, again, it's a next man up mantra. We know Dan Quinn, Coach Mike McCarthy, just pretty much this entire coaching staff has embodied that, just staying ready, everybody staying focused and focusing on, again, the long-term goals of this team, which are still very much in play. Let's be clear. You still have many playmakers on this team, and also you have some guys that I believe can possibly step up and fill in the void, not all by themselves, of course. It's going to be pretty much also is going to be a committee type effort, I guess, to replace the value of a Trayvon Diggs, and still you're not going to be able to get that playmaking ability per se, but you do have some guys that do have a nice skill set that can kind of, I guess, formulate their own path for the remainder of this season. So we'll see how that goes. Let's get going. Coming to this game, of course, there are going to be some natural keys that obviously what I believe for the Dallas Cowboys especially are going to be very, very vital to the win probability of the Dallas Cowboys in this next coming game against the Arizona Cardinals. I feel key number one exactly is going to be, keep it very simple. You want to contain Josh Dobbs and what he can do. Because to me, this is a team that Dallas Cowboys should overmatch, and I mean very comfortably. But again, it's the NFL any given Sunday. What you cannot do is take anybody for granted. Josh Dobbs, we're talking about in 2017, a fourth-round pick out of the University of Tennessee by the Pittsburgh Steelers, kind of found himself in a situation where you're looking at the Arizona Cardinals. And we do know the last couple years, especially the Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray experiment, did not go as according to plan. A nice one-season stretch, I'll say. But again, it didn't go as planned overall. So, of course, now they're looking to be in, a situation type where the Arizona Cardinals are looking to tank in a way. Again, you don't want to say as if you're doing it blatantly, but we can kind of see what the situation is. Josh Dobbs, I believe, in week one, he's not, he didn't even throw for 200 yards in week one. So last year was last week against the New York Giants, in that first half more specifically, showed a little bit more of a guy. We saw a nice long touchdown run against the New York Giants to start that game. And he also had a touchdown pass in that game in the first half. So Josh Dobbs has some ability, throwing 21 of 31 against the New York Giants for 230 plus yards, I believe, a 67.7% completion percentage. So this guy does have some ability. And I feel like as long as the Dallas Cowboys can contain that early and put our foots on their necks as early as possible, because we do know sometimes if the more dominant team can just take advantage of the weaker team from the beginning, I guess you want to say somewhat impose your will, and that team usually will kind of tap out way earlier than most teams, than the good teams, I guess you want to say. So hopefully that's all the Dallas Cowboys need to do. Key one, just contain Josh Dobbs. Do not let that offense get rolling, and everything should fall into place. Key number two to the Dallas Cowboys being successful against the Arizona Cardinals, hopefully leading to a win, is pretty much containing Zach Ertz and Marquise Hollywood Brown. Those are two players, especially if we're talking about the outsides and also the interior. More of a safety valve, I'm going to say. Zach Ertz, I still believe, can be in this league. Those are two guys that you don't want to let get off. We do now know, again, going on to the aspect yesterday that's added in now into the Dallas Cowboys season, no longer having a Trayvon Diggs. And now, reportedly, it's going to be Deron Blank moving out to the outside corner, the other boundary corner, and Jordan Lewis becoming predominantly that nickel's corner for the Dallas Cowboys. So we're going to have to contain these guys. Of course, we're going to say Jaron Kearse is usually our guy. We're going to continue to get more looks at covering those tight ends, especially the ones that are going to be useful in any kind of scheme. And I feel like the Arizona Cardinals could try to use Zach Ertz because, again, when you have a pass rush as the Dallas Cowboys have with a Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, again, we're throwing in guys like Dante Fowler. You're seeing your Sam Williams. You're seeing Osa Odigizua. These guys are continuing to get pressure up the middle and on the outside. And when you're going to look for that, a lot of times a quarterback and any offensive coordinator with a simple mind of common sense is going to be trying to get the ball out of his hands as quick as possible. So these are going to be guys to keep an eye on. You want to see how exactly we're going to be able to handle a guy like a Marquise Brown and also a Zach Ertz. Like I said, so I feel like if we can contain those two, especially in the pass catching game, we'll be good to go. Key number 3 for the Dallas Cowboys of being successful against the Arizona Cardinals this Sunday is going to be, in my opinion, as well as we've known and we've seen CeeDee Lamb just continue to grow and develop. We're talking about in week 1 against the Giants. That messy of a game it was, he still comes away from the game with 4 catches for 77 yards. Last week, catches 11 of 13, I believe, for 144, 145 receiving yards. So he is now stapled, pretty much stamped himself as the number 1 for this team, obviously, of course. What I want to see in week 3, as I want to see this offense be able to spread the ball around a little bit more. Get guys like Jalen Tolbert, Michael Gallup. Hopefully, I believe we're going to have Brandon Cooks back for this game. I want to see a little bit more of the ball spread around and schemed open for some other guys because, again, we do know at the end of the day, this season is going to be based around the team. And one thing you can be for sure is the more that CeeDee Lamb gets his looks and the more film we get on him, again, he's been the undeniable number 1, I can say now, for at least a season and a season plus, now up to this point. So what you're going to hope is that pretty much we can just get the ball around because, of course, I can obviously go to the run game. I want to see that become a little bit better, I guess, more efficient because it was a game. We're talking about the New York Jets. That is a very good defense. If it seemed as if that has gotten a little bit lost within the conversation the last week or so. But the New York Jets have got a very good defense. And when you're going to look for that is now what else can be helped in the passing game? Because, like I said, CeeDee Lamb is going to get lots of focus. We're going to have to keep getting more guys, more opportunities, and more reps at game time. And like I said, such as Michael Gallup, Jalen Tolbert, Brandon Cooks, Jake Ferguson, we've seen back in the mix. Also, last week, Luke Schoonmaker catches the ball. Nice touchdown for his first career touchdown. So if we can get some of these other guys involved, I feel like, again, that's just going to open up more things for the schedule moving on down the road. Center Tyler Biadasz also finds himself a little banged up yesterday, dealing with something of a hamstring injury. But Mike McCarthy, the coaching staff, they pretty much let it be known they think he's good to go. It's nothing to really worry about. So, again, that's a breath of fresh air dealing with the other news, unfortunate news from yesterday. So if we can get some of these guys, just keep these guys as healthy as possible. Sometimes this is a long season. You're going to have guys get hurt sometimes during practice. Again, I don't want to say, especially more time we're talking about non-contact injuries. Sometimes you're going to have these unfortunate things happen. So if we can keep these guys as healthy as we can, the Cowboys are still in a very good position to get some things done this year. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we're able to catch. Just again, to me, I want to say also, just adding into the other keys to success against the Arizona Cardinals, I feel like, again, this run game, that needs to be our focus over the next few, I guess you say coming weeks, because now, after the Arizona Cardinals game, we're going to be focusing our attention on the teams like the New England Patriots. Also, right after that, we're going to be looking at the San Francisco 49ers, and we see what they're starting to look like to start this season. So if the Dallas Cowboys can just kind of, I guess, get some of these things a little bit better oiled up, we'll be good to go. So fingers crossed that we can continue to get through this season as healthy as possible and hopefully on the road to a division title and hopefully onto much better and much more and bigger goals. So I appreciate you guys for all the support. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Keep sharing all the content. I appreciate you guys for all the support. And go Cowboys.